Okay, should be live now. I'm just going to quickly check the quality. Make sure everything's like working and whatnot. Okay, should be live now. I'm just going to quickly check the quality. Okay, that seems to be good. And I'll just check other stuff later. Oh, is it 1440p? Okay, it is. Okay, let me tweet and put it here. Okay, and that should be good to go. Just switch capture. Oh, why did that not work? Why can't I exit the Steam overlay? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it looks like audio balance is all good and whatnot. Anyway, we're just going to be doing some random invasions in Dark Souls 2. Bide our time until Elden Ring. And with the PvP Overhaul mod, which I have a link for in the description, there's two new like invasion orbs. One that searches all the different areas in the game so you can invade anywhere. And then another one which removes the, I think it's like minus 10% of your level plus 10 plus 10% up. So it just removes that to be like the original Dark Souls to where it's infinite up and whatnot. I'll mainly be doing invade anywhere. Just because I think it's generally more interesting to have more variety. And I'm just gonna check audio quality one more time. Actually, let's do some stuff so I can actually listen to it. And I'm just gonna check audio quality one more time. Actually, let's do some stuff so I can actually listen to it. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh shit, they're right there. But are they though? You know what, I'm not gonna wait for people. Oh, too early on that. Are they back? Oh. How much HP does that guy have? Felt like a ton. Anyway, the build I am starting out on is one I just kinda made after getting into Dark Souls Remastered again, or I guess Dark Souls in general, is a Moonlight Greatsword WOG build, using the Velka's Talisman to cast WOG with the intelligence scaling. Haven't really used it too much. Not sure if I'll stick with it or go back to one of my other builds, like a quality pyro or just quality. But it seems to be decent so far. Yeah. I don't know really why I went back to Dark Souls. It's like, overall I would say I generally enjoy Dark Souls 3 PvP more than Dark Souls Remastered. Or just, I guess, Dark Souls in general. Well, I think I enjoy the original Dark Souls PvP just because of depth added via tech, like different tech. But then Remastered removes some of that, but then the PvP Overhaul mod reintroduces some of it again. Like if everyone's using the same mod. But I mean that's not generally useful, I suppose. But like, oh, this is gonna be a fight. Pretty much. Oh, how did that hit? Oh, at least I canceled it. Should have warmed up some. Oh, that was an unfortunate lock on switch. Rip. Why did it lock onto that guy, though? I wonder if lock-on priority depends on camera direction or character direction. I feel like the only like case where that lock-on made sense would be if it prioritized character direction. But yeah, that's like the downfall of Dark Souls 1 PvP. So I feel like my mic might be peaking. Let me check that. Dark Souls 1 PvP. No, that seems fine. It's very backstab like focused. Like to an extreme even. But there's ways you can play around it. I'm just really rusty with the backstab, I guess like meta per se. Yeah, like going back to the tech that got removed with the Remastered, it was pretty much just dead angles and then also like duping items easily and whatnot. But dead angles were really useful because shields are extremely strong in this game. And dead angling was a way to, like, you would essentially, you attack but then you turn away. But the, like, tail of the attack still lands, so it counts as you attacking behind the person even though you're in front of them. Which, it was good when the person you're fighting knows what's going on, but kinda dumb if they don't, because then they just die, because they don't know how to fight around their shield not doing anything. I can see why they patched it, but at the same time, it's like, it removes some of the depth to a relatively simple PvP. And after this invasion, I'll discuss this build a little bit more. Also, that guy just killed a Silver Knight, so I think they're in this room to the right. Nope, no double swing. Oh. Didn't realize I have enough poise for that. Let me switch the order of those so I don't have to move as much. Actually, I'm kind of surprised my mic isn't picking up my controller more. Anyway, this is a... I don't know why, but towards the end of Dark Souls, when I was still more actively playing it, I fell into liking 21 poise, because typically I feel like poise breaks are usually like one at least like 32 or 36 poise, and like I would say like the ideal amount is like 56, but I really like toggling, which is another bug or tech that is still in the game, where if you get stunned you can switch an item and then it breaks that stun via like animation priority. So I like 21 poise because it's enough poise for like all the fast light weapons that would interrupt like any mid to heavy weapon attack. But it's low enough to where you can very predictably toggle any like mid or heavier weapon. The issue is if you have like one of the like higher poise breakpoints is you won't always get your poise broken. You can tank like one hit before that happens. Oh, rip. And then like poise like does slowly regen over time, but typically once you get hit, you lose that poise health until you get poise broken. So it's kind of annoying to play around like not always having your poise broken, which is why I like 21, because then I can very predictably go for a toggle. Because what's fun to do is like do a toggle into a backstab, or stuff like that in general. So, and also a good thing about 21 Poise is you don't really need much armor, so it's relatively easy to get. And then if you do need a lot of Poise to fight someone, like just going for backstab fishing, you can... That's unfortunate. I should not have been looking at rings, because I could have stopped it otherwise. But yeah, like, throwing on a wolf ring is plus 40 Poise, so that gets up to 61, which is like the standard, like, higher Poise breakpoint, I would say. But I do kinda... Because the thing is, I used to really like a dex build I had in, like, the Prepare to Die edition, where its entire thing would be, like, going for dirty, toggling, backstabs, and like dead angle stun locks and stuff like that. Like the standard combo I would do is with a flamberge, a dead angle running attack to break their poise, a combo R2 which moves them forward a bit, so then I'm like right next to him, then a quick little like walk around backstab for the kill. That does so much damage it pretty much always kills a person. But now dead angling doesn't work, so if someone's smart with their shield, it's a lot more difficult to deal with them. But like, by far the best thing about this mod, which again is linked in the description, is that even though I don't know what the current player count on Steam is, but I'm pretty sure I can tank one-handed attack from that. Why do I do this? Oh, I love this game. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna turn my mic down a tiny bit. Actually, wait, don't I not have filters and stuff on this? I have a limiter. I feel like -5 instead of -3. And if that's too much, I'll just change it a little bit. What was I even talking about? I don't remember. I want to check this as well. Okay, that worked. Well, that's kind of odd looking, because why does that show up there? I really need like a dummy account that I'm subbed to my own channel on, just to make sure, like, I guess I could do this. Just to make sure, like, I have it set up properly to, like, actually show in sub boxes and stuff. It's showing up there, so it should be good. Then again, like, I bet my sub box is broken anyway. Just because I've been inactive. Ooh, it's a gank. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a gank, it's just people co-oping. Oh, it's a pew-pew. Interesting fairy timing. Where is that man's help? Where's my help? Oh god, that's a dark beat. Oh, I need to remember I need to turn around. Broke lock on. Need to be careful with weapon durability. Poise has so little health, I just need to get a good backstab on him. Nice. There we go. I'm slowly getting back into like all the different combos and stuff. Because I think that is like the main appeal to this build, because you do lose a lot of damage from log by having it on, which I'm not sure how much the damage would go up if I switched, like if I just had more intelligence instead of stopping at 40, because like the Moonlight Greatsword doesn't really scale past 40 int, which is why I stopped at it. Actually, I'll post this in chat just to have the Souls Planner. So this is the build I'm currently using. And then right now, wait, oh no, that's not the right build. Is it this build? Okay, this is the right build. That was a monstrosity build I was messing around with. Like with the mod, like 125 is typically meta level. This is the build I'm currently using. 125 is typically meta level, which means you'll run into a lot more meta PvP, which will be very backstab focused. So if you go either above or below that, you'll typically get more random invasions, but so far we've only really ran into one meta person, so it's going fine so far. At 40 int, it's 511, and that's like 4 to 5 AR per level. I could go to 511 up to, I mean, that's not really worth it though. I'm not really using log for pure damage per se. So how much does a repair powder store? Is it 100? I think so. Yeah, I'm more or less just using log as an AoE stun. And then if people have poise, then you can combo it into other stuff. But I guess even if they don't have poise, like if they get a full knockdown from the log, then I can combo into like a Moonlight Greatsword wake up or stuff like that in general. But pretty much the idea of this build is to juggle people using stuns and knockdown. Because Moonlight Greatsword is really good at that, and Log is really good at that as well. Then with the open ring slot, I can switch to a flip ring if I have to get away, or a wolf ring if I need to like Poise Sync, or a red tier stone if I'm low health. Though I don't find red tier stone is as useful when everyone has Estus. Oh no, the middle. But yeah, when everyone has Estus, it's a lot less useful because then you just heal up, pretty much. Because like when invaders could only use humanity to heal, like the dead angle attempts are just... Oh, how did he miss that? This poor guy. Why is he only doing R2s? Oh, that latency. Why did that do 700 damage? He knows to not swing more than once, though, which is good. I figured I would just finish fight. But yeah, like, I feel like invasions at this point of the game's life are really good. Because you don't really have too many, like, meta people. It's, like, actually random invasions again. Which I feel like that's, like, why I kind of fell out of invasions in Dark Souls 3. And went more back to duels and whatnot. Is because in Dark Souls 3, ganks are painful. Then again, like, the only reason I really feel like ganks aren't as bad in Dark Souls 1 is because you can just crit fish. Oh, gotta crash. That's the one downside of the mod. You tend to crash fairly often. Okay, I can't even hit that now. I guess just close all. But yeah, like, I mean, it's gotten a lot better. Because, like, right now the mod's on beta 5. In the first beta, it'd be like, you would just randomly crash even outside of matchmaking. But now it's like, it's probably, I wonder if it might be like incompatible mod versions now, like if someone would be on like beta 2 or whatever, now that I'm on beta 5, it just breaks. Anyway, so these are the different builds I have. I have quality pyro, again 21 poise break, and I actually like this one because it's good for toggling as well. Although, I feel like the weapons I typically play with, 40-40 would work better. Then I have this meme forest hosting build that I used to duo host in the Darkwood Forest with a friend. It was hilarious seeing how bad people are with actually checking trees for chameleon. So you pretty much just sit over by the, like where the bandit NPC is as chameleon trees. And either people would just run by us for hours, and then if people like notice us and they do an emote, in Dark Souls 1 you can't roll out of emotes, so then we just Crystal Soul Spear them. So I'm gonna check mic volume again. Just run by us for hours, and then if people like notice us and they do an emote, I'm gonna switch that back to not -3, but let's try -4 for the limiter. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like, I mean, it's also just not a bad build in general. The issue I have with this build in duels is the sorcery is kinda useless. Because I have 16 decks, so it's really slow. Then this is just a 50 faith build using the Obsidian Greatsword as a, like, to buff. Does a ton of damage. Sends Fortress Ninja Invasion build, just for memes pretty much. Then I don't know what this build was. I think this, oh, it's a dragon build. For a Dragonberg invader, what was I doing? And then this is a Dex build. Or Dex Pyro. Again, 21 poise, and then just different weapons. And this is an SL100 Dex. And the Monstrosity Invader using a Crystal Magic Weapon Shottle to get around shields being really good. And then the 125 MLGS walk build. And again, I'm just kind of biding my time until Elden Ring with more Souls games because they're good games. And as far as like, yeah, I think I'll probably mainly focus on Souls content just because I've been enjoying it a lot more than, I guess, like more creatively. Well, not necessarily just like the creative aspect of Minecraft that I'm kind of burnt out on. Because like that does kind of exist in this game through build expression. Because like you have all these stats and equipment to mess around to make a build. It's just like that's a much smaller part overall. Where's this guy going? Oh, mid-roll Hornet Ring? Okay. I'm underestimating this guy because they're fashioned so much. Oh. This tree is off. Oh, yeah. Played that very poorly. The mid-roll always throws me off, but I think that's kind of the meta now because when you're going for poise backstabs, it doesn't matter if you fast roll or mid-roll. All that matters is that you have a lot of poise and Hornet Ring. It always throws me off to see that, more or less. And that was just entirely playing too carelessly. Which again, that's kind of... like, the good thing about WoG is that it will always cause a stun. Which I'm not sure if the Moonlight Greatsword works the same. It might. Because, like, it doesn't matter how much poise a person has if they always get stunned by WoG. Which helps a lot versus the mid-roll backstab builds, because it doesn't matter that they have a lot of poise. And this guy... oh, gotta be careful. He's going for backstabs. Oh, he really wants it. Yep, okay. We'll just, like, counter strafe. My backstab does a lot more damage. Oh, chip. And I think the thing that I need to get back into the habit of the most for this game coming back from Dark Souls 3 is that you have to unlock a lot more. Because in Dark Souls 3, if you sprint, it doesn't matter if you're locked on, you can sprint in any direction. In this game, you can only sprint generally forward. Like, you can strafe a tiny bit, but realistically, you can only move forward while sprinting while locked on. So if you want to go for a backstab, you have to pretty much unlock to do the quick pivot. Because otherwise, you just don't move fast enough to get it. But you have to stay locked on if you're going for a pivot backstab, because otherwise, it kind of breaks the motion and you're not in the right spot to go for it. Oh shit. Rip. I've tried to two-hand there, I just guess I didn't press a button, or I might have canceled the animation by starting to sprint. So I like how so many people today have just been wearing full Elite Knight. I mean, it's fair because it's good armor, but I've always liked mix and match in armor. For like different effects, is like all these pieces of armor I'm wearing right now are from different sets, but I think together it all works fine. Oh, it's a party. What's even going on here? Oh, messed that up. Oh shit. HP. Oh, I'm so bad at backstabs. But I need to remember, like, you can't, like, if someone's going for a backstab, you can't wait for it, like, at all. Because if you delay it whatsoever, they'll get the backstab first, and if you don't get it at the same time, you don't cancel it. So I don't know how the other Phantoms didn't take out, like, it was a 3v2. Like, all they had to do was, like, a wake up. But it is what it is. So I'm not sure how long I'll be going for today. Probably, like, a few hours. Just because I do really enjoy this game in general. I think they're yeah, they're coming down. Because humanities are just now moving. I think. I have no idea. That's the issue about not playing these games for a while, because the invasion spots are generally related to where they are in the map, but it's not too consistent per se. Because like sometimes like the invasion itself can take a while so they can go past where you invade from. You just have to like know generally where they could be, then look at mobs to find where they are. What is this guy's setup? Very interesting. Ah, flip ring. That was unnecessary. Oh, he had like 900 HP. Rip. But yeah, like I just need, if you take a long break, it can be kind of annoying to find where the host is, because you kind of just wander around until you notice dead NPCs. So like if you're not too used to invasions, you don't always know which way to go, so you might waste a lot of time, but it is what it is. Really sure like how frequently I'll stream leading up to Elden Ring, like if I go back to Dark Souls 3 or not. Probably just go by feel. It really doesn't matter which game you play. But once Elden Ring comes out, it's only Elden Ring. Also, I think I saw 2 health bars earlier, so it's probably co-op. Oh, yep, I just saw phantoms over there. Ooh, 2 phantoms, I'm pretty sure. And there's no, like... Ooh, what's my durability at? Okay, only 3. Oh! Ooh, yeah, it's a party. That's a catalyst. Probably being baited for, like, a backstab or something. Like, they might be behind me. So I'm just trying to generally be careful right now. Yep. Oh, canceled it with the running attack at least. Oh god. Oh, that sunlocks? Rip. Because I think I toggled into getting hit by... I think in that case I just need to... I think you're stun immune for like the toggle animation itself. But if you don't get out during the animation, you're just kind of done. But just getting backed into a corner and surrounded just kind of did me in there, which is understandable. It's like, it should be relatively easy to die in a 3v1 situation. Otherwise, like, invasions would be too strong. Although, like, as someone who does, like, the invading part of the PvP in this game, I can understand how it could be frustrating from a person who only wants to do PvE. But I do feel like there's still a benefit behind, like, the threat of invasions, because it keeps the player on their toes. Because otherwise, like, PvE is fairly predictable. And it just makes the game overall more dynamic and whatnot. Which is why I'm kind of curious how they might approach invasions in Elden Ring. I do feel like they've been kind of leaning towards making them less impactful as the series has gone on. Like, invasions in Dark Souls 3 are much more like host-sided, I would say. Also just because it's generally more annoying to invade in later Souls games as well. Like, at least Dark Souls 3 brought back infinite invasion orbs, because in Dark Souls 2 you had to farm the arenas for like single-use invasion orbs, which was a bit annoying. I think I can tank 2 hits from a spear. Oh god, not even 1. This is gonna be painful. Where's my stamina? At least I don't think the spear stun blocks, which is good. I'm just gonna top off my health. And also, this might be a mistake, but let's catch him off guard. God, that does damage. Now he's aggressive, now we do this. Oh. Oh god. Need to get a backstab. Oh, I just got double backstabbed. Frick. What was awkward about that fight is I was confined to a really small area, because with the spear, I couldn't not have Wolf Ring, because otherwise I would get stunned whenever I go for an attack. But with all the lava, I had to be really careful, otherwise I just kind of die. Because if you walk into a lava without the orange shard ring, it does so much damage. What's my durability at? Okay, that's still fine. That was just kind of an awkward fight. Although, like, invading in areas like that where you typically wouldn't is interesting, because, like, they're not really ideal invasion spots. I would also list, like, Tomb of Giants and Duke's Archive, because it has like halved lock-on range for some reason, which is really odd and annoying to fight with. Tomb of Giants because it's Tomb of Giants. And then Islip because of all the lava. It'd be interesting if you could have like, if you could remove certain areas from the invasion pool. Actually, I have no idea if that's already a thing or not. But then again, like, it still adds variety, so getting them every now and then is still fine, I guess. And what I do want to try, because if I host, I probably duo host just to make it more interesting, because it can be slower, is duo hosting in, like, atypical areas. This guy down here. Ah, shit. I'm not going to do any damage to this guy. Wait, what stats do I not have for that? Ah, shit. I should have, like, thought about having chaos weapons and not having the stats to use them. So now I have to find a, like, weapon to infuse with chaos. It's like, I'm not going to 4 damage. But yeah, like, now I'm not going to do any damage to this guy. Like, oh, now we're good. And is this a one-shot? Yep. Okay. Okay, I need to, what's the... I have 1610. Why can't I use those chaos weapons? What stats do they require? Like, those were my just standard, like, just have them in case someone has great magic barrier weapons. Like, could I use a standard longsword, maybe? Oh, yeah, I could use a standard longsword. What about Claymore? That could be a good one, because it'd pretty much just be... Oh yeah, Claymore is the same stats as Moonlight Greatsword. Stats is a... Rapier might be more dex. Okay, Rapier is 12 dex, that makes sense. And then the Halberd is probably similar, it needs more dex. It's 12, rip. So I guess let's just get a Claymore. Don't mind me just getting a Claymore real quick. Items, weapon, melee weapon. Like, I play through this game so much I don't really mind spawning stuff in for PvP build, because like after like 1500 hours in a game, you just kinda you know what it is. And from the PvP side of things, I like being able to try out more stuff. It's a mid-roll backstabber. Oh, it canceled the backstab, okay. Oh shit, missed that. That was an interesting fight. Because I kind of knew what to expect. But I felt like... Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Because I really need to get back into... just being able to fight, like, the Poise stack backstab meta. Because I feel like I can deal with, like, average Poise backstab meta relatively well. Just because you can, like, stop the backstab, or, like, kinda... It doesn't have to rely on backstabs, essentially, because you can, like, stagger them out of the attempts and whatnot. But when they have, like, 80 plus Poise, it focuses purely around backstabs, because, like, attacking will never work out in your favor. Because they can just walk through your attack into a backstab. So I just need to, like... Well, I guess, like, I can stagger him with log and whatnot still, but... 1 or 2 attacks isn't enough to, like... not have it be backstab focused. Which is why I think I generally prefer Dark Souls 3 duels. But I still think Dark Souls 1 is better for invasions. In general, anyway. Like, I feel... Well... Yeah, in general, because you can do some really dirty stuff in Dark Souls 1 to where, like, you just can't beat it. Like, Tranquil Walk of Peace, it's... Yeah. That bonfire's not open, so they're probably in the basin. But I think if I invade on this side and the trees aren't aggroed or like moved or whatever, they would have to be in the basin, because I don't think you would ever spawn like this far over. Okay, and there's also a dead tree right there. Yeah, you wouldn't spawn that far over if they were at the like forest bonfire. And now we have the issue of, did they go to the left or right down here? Because they could have went over by the, like, Halberd Black Knight, or they could have went to the Hydra. Which I guess is not too much of an issue, because we can just, like, look over and see if, like, the crystal golems and whatnot are aggroed and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, I accidentally went this way instead. Rip. Because I think I lose a little bit of health here. Oh, now if you go down that way. Nice. Oh, there they are. Whee! There we go. There we go. That's another thing I've always kind of had an issue with. Well, not an issue, but in terms of having fun with invasions, I feel like doing stuff that just kind of combos into a one-hit isn't always the most fun way to go about it. Like, for either player, because, like, I would rather have it be an actual fight instead of just, like, roll, hornet, backstab, and they're dead, but, like, the odd thing is, when it's like an invasion like that, if you don't just kill them, it's almost like you're in a way, like, playing with them, which might just be more frustrating if you just let them keep healing and then immediately do, like, 90% of their health again. So it's just kind of, in general, an odd balance to, like, how much damage do you just kill them, or do you let them, like, try and learn and whatnot? Because the other thing is, like, you're not really gonna learn much from a random invasion. Like, no matter how hard you try and, like, keep doing general, like, if you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but they keep, like, reacting to it in the same way, they're not gonna, like, learn how to fight it, essentially. Ow. Oh, his word. Why is his damage so bad? Oh, he's using the cursed. Artorias sword. Wait, did he not take any damage from that? Oh. Okay. We're messing with this guy now. Yeah, like if someone... What is this parry timing? Also, I'm pretty sure he has infinite stamina too. There we go. But that's another interesting thing about these games, is the parry, like you have to let the parry window line up based on like latency too. So if, like it can vary a lot from one person to another, essentially. I'm not gonna like kill him, so I'm not really sure what I'm going for. Like I would have, actually no, I'm pretty sure gravity death here wouldn't work either. So I'm just gonna leave to save my own time. One second, just responding to a Discord message. Okay, and let's keep going. Yeah, like... I hope that guy isn't using infinite health and whatnot for PvE, because that just kind of defeats the entire purpose. Because you could get by just by R1ing, and like even if you're like just face tanking everything, you'll eventually win. Just based on the fact that I never remember like how to navigate Tomb of Giants. Just because everything's kind of like not hidden per se. I think this is the wrong side. Oh nope, we're good. Yeah, like I have no idea like where they could. I mean that was, but that's open. So are they at the bonfire? Are they? Oh, there they are. Thanks, Grass Crest. So I feel obligated to do something like this. Just hop down and oop. This game. Like, I don't know why they kept attacking into it, but they were mid-rolling, so they were gonna have a bad time anyway. Yep, that's Dark Souls. What's my weapon durability? Oh, probably should use a repair powder. And let's go again. But yeah, I mean, that's just Dark Souls. I think they were just kinda gonna have a bad time no matter what they did, because they were mid-rolling with their back to a ledge against somebody spamming Wog. So there's really not much you can do in that situation. Ooh, I have to be careful, they might just go for the boss fog. Why are they just sitting there poisoned? Okay. That might do a ton of damage. I have to be kind of a little careful. Oh, but they didn't. Why are they doing R1s? Oh, that stun locks. Shit. Which, wait, that's not... Oh, I guess they do have Habble Gauntlets, to be fair. I just don't know why they're spamming R1s. I feel like running attacks and R2s are much better on the Great Scythe than like just R1s, because the R1s have like an odd stun, like a stagger, I suppose would be a better way to put it, and like really bad hitbox essentially. And gotta go back to the game. Oh, a double attack. Yay, we did it. Second. Actually, I'll start another invasion. And then... and check durability and whatnot. Okay, we're good. I might switch build. Well, the thing about this build is it's good for invasions, but I feel like a pyro build would just be stronger in general, because like the damage will be higher and whatnot. He's just gonna try and run away and get a heal off, I think. Also, like, I don't care if people like emote and whatnot. I just find it funny to do in this game because of how risky it is. Like, if it's a duel, it's one thing, but like, never start an invasion encounter off with an emote, because it makes you so vulnerable to like everything. It's just generally not a good idea, I feel like. Because if I was like on an actual like crit fish build, granted I've been doing a lot of crit fishing to be fair, but if I was on like a dedicated crit fish build, like yeah, you'd just be a one shot and the fight's done. If you just started out with an emote like that. So I don't really know what they were going for with where they ran to and what they did. Like, they didn't really have, like, a clear exit path or whatever. They had to drop down and be in a relatively risky area no matter what they did. Oh, another crash. Rip. Close all. And start again. At least on PC, like, starting the game takes, like, no time at all. Compared to, like, back when it was a PS3, just, like, have to wait, like, actual minutes for everything to load up. I guess I haven't checked, how well, because I feel like this game's a bit grainier than like a typical game. Not like just because it's older and all the textures are upscaled and whatnot. I guess the remastered has like higher resolution textures in general, but still, I'm not really sure how well the 1440p like actually captures it. I mean that looks perfectly fine. Looks like it might blur. I mean, it looks a ton better than if it were a Twitch stream for sure. And I think what's throwing me off the most is it's hey, where is this guy? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like I didn't see them anywhere, so uh wasn't quite sure where they could have been. Because none of the stuff was aggro and whatnot. Why is it saying my audio bitrate is lower? Wasn't. Yeah, I mean, that's all fine. Yeah, I think I might switch builds relatively soon here. Oh, they're right there. Mid-rolling again. Oh, okay. And I feel like that was like oftentimes when people have a lot of issues with Dark Souls 1, like either PvP or PvE, it's because they're not fast rolling. But I feel like that was one of the best things they did for like, not really quality of life, but just like ease of picking up these games, in like Dark Souls 3 primarily, is just having fast, like an effective fast roll go up to 70% equip load instead of needing 25%. There's still like a slightly different, like longer distance roll at 30% equip load in Dark Souls 3, but the difference between a fast and mid roll in Dark Souls 3 is nothing compared to Dark Souls 1. Like the Dark Souls 3 fat roll is essentially the Dark Souls 1 mid roll, which is all the way up at 70% equip load. Oh. Oh, that man's dead. Okay, that has a lot of poise, so... Yeah, I'm not used to... Yep. Oh, not dead. Oh, actually got it. Nice. That was a good roll. I don't know why the red attack... Well, I mean, it didn't change the outcome there at all. I have 21 poise, so it just kind of worked. But I think a wake-up log there would have been a lot better. Almost ran right off the cliff there, but I don't care about souls at this point. I used to care a lot about like building up a big bloodstain, but I think Dark Souls 3 just kind of like forced that out of my system just because of how annoying it was to like maintain a bloodstain. It's like in Dark Souls 3, if you die as an invader, your bloodstain drops where you died in like the invaded world. Dark Souls 1, it drops where you invaded from. So in Dark Souls 1, maintaining an invasion bloodstain is trivial because there's no risk to getting it back. Dark Souls 3, it's a pain because you have to like run around a ton to pick it back up. Oh, and we're back here. Okay, the ladder's right by the invasion spot. That's good to remember. Why are they down that way? Oh, accidentally opened up their hidden wall, as you do. Okay, I think they're down... I have no idea, actually. Okay, so they're down... Oh, yeah, I did it. Very good at game. But yeah, like, in this game, maintaining an invasion-based bloodstain, like, soul count, trivial because souls drop where you died. Dark Souls 3, huge pain because they drop where you died in the invaded world. Like, Dark Souls 3 has a similar mod to where it can invade anywhere from a standard, like, starting spot. So maintaining a bloodstain with that mod would be even worse. Because... like, you would have to, like, warp throughout the entire game to, like, pick it back up if you lost it. Whereas, this game, it's right there. Like, maintaining a host in Bloodstain is different because you're going back to the area you died in anyway, so it's easy to pick back up. Also, this area is so weird as an invader, because you invade here if they're back that way or this way. It's really difficult to find out where they actually are. Oh, they're right there. I guess it's not too bad because there's all the lava damage, but also like the dragon halves will occasionally just randomly take damage, and I think they randomly take 15 damage and move around a bunch. Is that a Murakum? Oh no, that's an Obsidian Greatsword. Whee! Where are they going? You can't light a bonfire with... Ow. I've walked in. Yay, sunlocks. Oh, they don't... That's another thing. This game has so many sunlocks, I never feel good doing them against people who don't know how to toggle. It's literally just a stunlock to death for most of them. So it's just not very good. Well, I don't think there would be a way for FromSoft to make Elden Ring PvP not fun as a whole. Just because it's a new Souls game, well, a Souls-like game. So there will always be like the build creation aspect of it and all that. But in a more general case for like, hey, don't die. Hey, it's this guy again. But they know I have walks. Be careful, guy, don't. Oh, I have to actually be careful about bleed. There we go. But yeah, this is like kind of the awkward thing I was talking about earlier, to where if it's against a weapon, or if you toggle on a hit that didn't stun you, you're just like, it's just not a good thing to do. You're making yourself vulnerable to the next attack with no, like, benefit, really. Oh shit, I was still on Orange Shard. Like, if you toggle when you think you are gonna get stunned, but you don't, it's not good. Which is kind of why I like the 21 Poise. It's just I'm not currently really familiar with the different, like, Poise breaks and stuff. So it's just kind of like, I don't remember how much Poise damage each weapon type does, one-handed and two-handed, and like light attack versus heavy attack, etc. This is a part of Suns you don't usually go to. Can I do this? Oh. I mean, if they moved, it would have been great. I'm gonna let them finish, like, switching all their stuff. They have, like, no poise. They're gonna go for a back. Oh, guess not. Yeah, I did it. But yeah, like, keeping track of different poise thresholds is always interesting. Like, it's not too much of a challenge, it just requires, like, looking at the tables frequently enough and playing the game frequently enough to, like, memorize it and whatnot. And I'm kind of... On one hand, I'm glad they moved away from a poise-based system in the later games, because I feel like hyper armor is a much better approach. Although I do feel like it's still, like, a hyper armor based system still favors light weapons, even though they don't get hyper armor. Just because, like, I feel like generally hyper armor frames, it can't be instant, because then... Well, I guess it even can be instant, because, like, the issue will always be, like, you have to use a heavy weapon based on reads, because you can't reaction punch stuff against a light weapon. But a light weapon can reaction... Oh, crashed again. Rip. There's a lot of crashes today. At this point, I almost feel like it might be like a incompatibility with different mod versions. But yeah, like, with a fast attacking weapon, you can attack a heavy weapon in their startup frames and then roll out untouched. Heavy weapon, you have to predict the attack to actually do damage to them. And then, with a hyper armor based system, that just kind of makes it worse, because a light attack will be able to interrupt people much easier than a heavy attack. So a hyper armor system just kind of makes it more, or a poise system, a little bit more forgiving for the heavier weapons, because they don't have to be in an attack already to start an attack. They can poise sync the light weapons. And like, poise doesn't hurt heavy weapons too much because you need so much to poise sync a heavy weapon. Anyway, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what Elden Ring does, because I feel like the meta changes a lot. What was that? Oh, he's like delaying all this shit. Rip. I haven't fought a I think that might be the first time I fought a halberd, like an actual halberd, after coming back. I think my best course of action there would have been to switch to Wolf Ring, because the interesting thing about halberds are they have decent poise rate. They're relatively quick for how much damage they do, and they have good range. Which makes, like, fighting them with a greatsword and relatively low poise very awkward, because you're not really going to ever land an attack first. Which is also why I, like, really enjoyed halberds a lot. And, like, in all the games, really. But I think I liked them the most overall in Dark Souls 1 because they have like the stagger mechanic to make spamming them less effective than they are in later games. They pretty much always retained the relatively high damage and good reach for their speed. Russle for us. I was talking to Chester. Now the dirty thing would be to only fight him around Chester. My parries are so bad. I think I thought he was using a Greatsword initially. Hey, just heal up, guy. I'll do this to give him some space. There we go. Ooh, that might be pain. Yep. It is fine, though, because he's going to go for an R2 wake up. Oh, how is that not a backstab? I need to remember I need to manually aim all that. Let's do this into a backstab. We got that shield up real fast. We'll do this. There we go. That lingering hitbox is so dirty. So even, oh yeah, like different poise and whatnot. But I think no matter how Elden Ring approaches like poise and hyper armor or whatever it has, I don't think Dark Souls 3 had any poise in it, per se. I have no idea if they would actually bring it back for Elden Ring, because like after Dark Souls 1 they removed it because of how dominant it made backstabs essentially. So I have no idea if they would reintroduce it. But also, like, would they just keep the same hyper armor system as Dark Souls 3? To where, like, there's different, like, each weapon has a different, like, poise health during attack, or hyper armor health and hyper armor damage? Which is a pain to keep track of all that, really. Because it's a lot of different values. Like, if you're... Oh, they're down here. Because if you're using X weapon, you need to know how much poise is required to... Whee! Oh, he's almost dead. Don't die to the skeleton. See? Oh, he doesn't have the bonfire yet. That's unfortunate. But it's like... It doesn't take any time at all to run up here. Fine. Feeling merciful. Like, I don't want to, like, that's not fun for either of us. If he's just, like, standing at the bonfire, not fighting, like, I don't gain anything from killing him there. And it's like 2 minutes of wasted time on his part too. Let's go back to the game. I'll type more later. Another weird thing oh, that's a party. I have Hornet Ring, let's go. Here we have a caster. Wait, this is the same people I ran into earlier. Ow. Wait, how are they still here? Okay, ow. Wait, that hits me too. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, that was bad. I think they're just ganking here, which is good. I like running into a variety of people in different areas. Yeah, that was... I turned around way too early to go for that. I think my best course of action would have been going to a wall and healing, or just going for a pivot backstab. And that's good. I think... Well, I think it's mostly just been so out of practice doing invasions in general, because again, I wasn't really doing too many invasions in Dark Souls 3. If I wasn't just doing duels, it would typically be more of like a hosting type scenario, which is a different approach than invasions, because when like duo hosting especially, it's usually a even fight, which I think is my overall like preferred type of PvP, where it's like 2v2. Because like ganking with a full set of people, like if it's a 3v1, I don't find that fun. And in invasions, being outnumbered is fine, but hosting while outnumbered can be a bit rough. Because typically an invasion build is meant to be more like a glass cannon, to where they either get the kill or they don't. Where if you're just fighting a continuous onslaught of that, it's very easy to just die. I'm just gonna run. I don't care if I take like 20 damage. That's a waste of time and blossoms. Oh, they don't have the rusted iron ring. That's rough. Are they just going... Oh, interesting. I think they may just be doing a boss run. That's... Well, I have no idea if they're like on a hornet back. Nah, they're just going for the boss. Rip. Maybe they'll fight? Nah, they're going. Maybe? I feel like they should have been there already. Okay. Hey, we did it. Their summon was not useful there whatsoever. But to be fair, it is an NPC, so can't expect too much from them. Realistically, like, I'm just waiting for Elden Ring. Is like... I feel like I've already explored all the different build options I want to in all the different Souls games, for PvP anyway. So I'm just kind of messing around with it, doing like minor variations. Because I've already used Wog on different builds, I've already used Moonlight Greatsword on different builds, so... This isn't really like a new build. Oh, they're all the way over there. It's weird how this game has like odd rendering issues sometimes, to where like it counts stuff as different areas. I think the most obvious one is the like wall in the painted world, where if someone's on top of it, they won't show until you're like right up next to it. Actually, I was gonna try a different build, mix it up a little bit. I'll probably do quality pyro. Actually, let's do SL 100. Nah, quality pyro to start out with. Then we'll try a bit of SL 100. I feel like that might be even like more like truly random invasions. And let's use a different weapon as well. Let's try like standard halberd. But again, I feel like just the pyro build in general for a random invasion is really strong. Because pyro is always like high damage, like short to mid-range attacks. Which is where you're generally fighting as an invader anyway. Also, let's get rid of Hornet Ring. Let's use like Leo Ring for now. As I'm a pyromancer. He hasn't attacked once yet. Okay, let's use it Green Blossom so our stamina management's a bit better. Oh. They're using the lightning. Wait. They made a lightning spear? Or a lightning. You switched? I don't think I've ever seen that weapon actually used in PvP. Ooh, I have an S-stock. S-stock's a fun weapon. Can't do jumping attacks in PvP, really. Wait, why'd I only have 3? Oh, sip once. Oh, that's... I feel like they could have gone a backstab there if they wanted to. Holy, that Leo Ring damage, let's go. A different weapon that might be less oppressive, right? Wait, what was... How did it do that animation? Must have been like an odd, like, collision, like, error or something like that. 'Cause I've definitely seen that before, where it does, like, the wrong stagger animation. I'm not sure if I ever saw the, like, the flip animation from an S-stock, though. I feel like that's especially odd. So let's actually change order for this quickly, because we're going to be using it a lot. But that was odd. Huh. But that looked odd on their end as well, because, like, how did I wonder if it was an odd thing where I, like, switched to the menu quickly there. But I don't think I have any, like, flip weapons on this character anyway. Actually, I might have, like, a Slyhander. Does that even have an uppercut? I don't think it does, right? No, it has, like, a pancake. Isn't, like, the only uppercut weapon in this game the Demon Bone Fist? Actually, I have no idea. The Black Knights are dead, so they're probably this way. Oh, yep. Yeah, like, the odd thing... Like, I don't really feel like a quality pyro build is all that or, like, good per se. Because most of the quality weapons benefit from being two-handed. I guess it's like mainly because I'm on a 45-27 quality build. He's just going to the boss fog probably, but whatever. Where like it benefits a ton from being two-handed. And just in turn, yeah, they're boss fog. Whereas like having a pyromancy flame benefits the most from a good one-handed weapon that like combos with it and whatnot. Which a quality pyro doesn't really do. I mean, there are weapons on a quality build that you can use that are good for pyro. But most of those weapons perform just fine on a dex build anyway, where like you can have either And typically you would just have more endurance for heavier armor and whatnot. But I feel like I made this build just to have variety in what I can all use. Also, it's nice because I'm at a perfect 24 equip load. Or that perfect, like, 25%. Which is always good to see, even though it doesn't actually show the percent value correctly in this game. We're gonna get some good Leo hits on this guy, I feel like. Oh, he has like 700 HP. No. No, I want to one-shot him with a Leo hit. Let's go. I see we're in the full Paladin set too. They just DC. Oh no, he's summoning a guy. Interesting. Why is he wearing such heavy weapons and using such... Oh, I rolled right into that. That's gonna hurt. Oh! I can stunlock the sorcerer. Oh, down here now. Oh god. Wait, oh that was... Wait, was that the weapon attack? No, it would have had to have been, right? That was just a very awkward... Well, I think another issue I have with invasions right now is because I haven't fought in a lot of the different areas in a long time, is I can't navigate without looking where I'm going. It's different whenever, like, you're really used to the game and where you can essentially navigate them backwards without looking where you're going. Because when you can do that, like, you can play a lot more defensively and whatnot. Like, you don't have to, like, just blindly hope they don't hit you while backing up. Which I feel like I fell into, like, oh, wait. Oh, I think this is a disconnect. Yeah, there we go. Already... Wait, how many souls is that? Why do we have so many souls? Oh, this was like the actual build I made in the first playthrough, and then I did a bit of boasting on it. So that makes sense. But I don't think boasting in the forest is like level capped, or is it? Is the forest cover? Actually, I don't know. It might have changed in the remastered version anyway. But I'm pretty sure baiting in the forest, like using the cat covenant ring, has no caps for either person. So like, oh, it's a party. I can stun lock. Why is he just gonna do that? Ow. Oh, that was a good bait. And maybe. Just a little damage. Rip. You need to remember, like, locked on tracking with a halberd in this game is not great. Also, like, the issue with the halberd is it's not really an invasion weapon, I feel like. Because it's a, like, you attack in a, like, it's a stab weapon. You don't really have anything to deal with multiple opponents very well. Unless, like, they're really bad about just, like, lining up for you. Like, if you land every hit, it's not bad. Like, even a glaive is a lot better because it has that follow-up attack. But the issue I have with glaives on a pyro build is they're like even, like they're somehow even worse. I haven't used, not No, try partisan a little bit, I suppose. Is that, like, a glaive is not great. Oh, rip. He's not great at all for one-handing, really? Whereas, like, at least the normal halberd is usable. And I feel like that's... Wait, and that range is really good, though, to be fair. That might catch people off guard. We'll try this for a bit. But I feel like that's another, not issue, but just, like, thing about Dark Souls 1. There's a lot less variety within weapon classes. I feel like each weapon class really has, like, 2 movesets and that's it. And generally, one moveset will be much better than the other. I think I've ever actually really used a part of... That was weird. Why did I just, like, disappear for a little bit there? Oh, Blight Town invasion. I'm gonna check over this way first, just because it's gonna be more of a pain to come back up. Okay, we're good. Wait, where are they if I invaded up here? 'Cause that's another thing about this mod that you just kind of have to work around. To invade areas you would have never really invaded before. Like, you don't invade Blight Town. Like, even as a low-level invader, really. I'm just not familiar with where to look for hosts, given where I invade from. But I think they're going down. Based on them not being up. Okay, they're right there. It actually does really good damage. Why are they being so aggressive? Okay. I'm surprised that the partisan does like 400 damage on an R2. But it has like a good sweep to it as well. That might actually be a relatively good invasion weapon. Yeah, like that's one of those invasions where I don't... Oh, crash there, rip. I don't know why it's crashing so much today. Like the other day, like... Unknown bonfire ID? What? Yep. Oh, that because a mod cycle to a bonfire. Wait, that wouldn't make sense. It's searching areas, not bonfires. Unless it's like the same thing for the mod. But how did I go an hour and 34 minutes before that was an issue? I wonder if it's like one of the like PvP locked areas until something happens, like Duke's Archive, where like it tried invading in the transition or something like that. I'm not too sure. Either way, that was odd. But again, it takes like 30 seconds to boot back up, so it really doesn't matter. Like, it tried. Okay, just checking sound quality. I feel like the more I play for, typically the quieter I'll get. So just making sure I don't need to like adjust anything. We're at an hour and a half. I think I'll probably do like 3 hours or so. We keep doing this like somewhat frequently. Oh, invasion failed. Please start another one. Wouldn't mind doing like more PvE leading up to Elden Ring either. Like maybe do like a Dried Finger Dark Souls 1 run, and a Dried Finger Dark Souls 3. I'm not too interested in playing Dark Souls 2 again. Did update the... Okay, I do have the link for it in the description. Oh, a forest invasion. There's the people. Ooh, that's a build. It's a lot of poise. Are they... Oh. I don't know why I thought it was like proper co-op for a bit. How is he flipping with all that stuff? Ow. That's a bad move, because he can just attack through and poise, because... How much? I wonder what level he is. I guess it's just an int build, so it's not too hard to, like, bit, or not bit gouge, endurance gouge. Yeah, I think... I don't know, because I don't know how I feel about the partisan yet. I feel like the recovery from the R2 isn't really worth doing it ever. It's a spear, so it doesn't have much poise damage, is the thing. So it doesn't, like, stun people out of attacks very well. Unless it has, like, a unique amount of poise damage. It's hard to say. What other weapons do I have? Oh, none of the katanas are upgraded. I don't have 28 strength for the... Akumo. And I just used a greatsword for like the past hour before switching to this build. I guess I could use like the offhand or side weapon more. Oh god, what did I invade into? And someone's cheating. Where's my claymore? Oh, dead. Interesting. So the guy who invaded had invalid stats, probably. I don't know how I missed the backstab there. I wonder if Dark Souls 3 has a more forgiving backstab window, because like the actual backstab mechanic itself is less forgiving. There's no way it has a less or a more forgiving window though. Like this is Dark Souls 1 we're talking about. No, like I feel like greatswords are a really good invasion weapon because they do decent poise damage, and they have like the running attack for like hitting multiple people at the same time, and they do good damage with like a hornet backstab and whatnot. What other builds I have again? The DMB Obsidian Greatsword, which is always a good one. Because the wogs on that build do so much damage because it's a 50 faith build. Well, no way I'm fighting here. Wait, no, this is well, Dangerous. Oh god. Oh no, gravity. What? That was a mess. Where are we though? Oh, this would be at the very start of the area, I think, because of not a standard fog wall. You can never really run into people up there. Then again, like, I never invaded in Tomb of Giants much anyway, just because it's so painful to do so. But again, like, I much prefer the overall variety. That's so weird. Why do I phase out randomly while wait, how did a firebomb hit me there? What is going on with this game? To be fair, I am modding it a lot. Oh, I don't have an easy way to... I can just take that off. Where's the sunlight maggot? Like, if I had an actual helmet on, switching to the sunlight magnet wouldn't be too much of an issue. But because I don't, I have to, like, change more things about the build to make it work, and I have no idea where I am in this area, like, ever. Okay, so the bonfire is right there. They might be at the second bonfire, now that I think about it. Because I invaded all the way over that way. It's just very difficult to, like, find out where you actually are when you can't really see much and you haven't played through the area in a while. I think I just heard something over this way. Maybe, maybe not. I know you can walk by that. Wait, Oh, they were all the way over there? They booked it to get all the way to the boss in that amount of time. Just realized, like, all the builds I kind of want to invade on use great swords. Like, even going to the DMB sitting greatsword build, I mean, that's still a greatsword, it just does a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. I think that's just because greatswords are really good in this game in general. Oh, actually, let's do the SO100 dex build. I feel like using a great scythe could be fun, or like a katana. I hit the wrong button. Rip. Just to, like, mix up the different weapon types more. I feel like a flip with a no, let's do SO100. I feel like a great scythe is just generally a good weapon, just because of how many people you can hit at a time. Which voice is one hit? 21 as well, okay. And I'm doing flip over Hornet Ring. Oh, that's right, I was being asinine with building up poison and tox. Actually, when I have I think I can do 6 unit weapons on this build, yeah. They could go up to a 2-unit weapon, which would be like, I think Gold Tracer is the only, Gold Tracer or Ricard's Rapier, I think. But it's not really worth it, because, like, I'm not going to be using the offhand weapon too much. What? What? Did they just move? What? What is going on with this world? They moved the elevator on the bridge. Oh shit, that damage. So let's change this around. Yeah, Great Scythe does damage. Which is, I kind of want to make like a 30 faith dex faith build. Just because of how much damage it does. It's like even adding 200 to AR on top of that, like each swing, like each R2 is gonna do like 700 damage easily. And then if you add on the 40% boost from power within, like you could just one-shot people with R2s essentially. Actually, I guess the Great Scythe lost a lot of its utility with Remastered because it can no longer dead angle, which is like a huge benefit behind it. Oh god, they have the music on still. But they're in this area because those enemies are moving around. I think, anyway. Yeah, what? Yeah, how did they get there? Oh, he's up there, okay. I still don't understand, like, how's the music going, but they're up here? I love toggling so much. But like against someone who doesn't know what toggling is, it probably looks so odd because like against most people and most things, they just R1 with the Zweihander and it just dies. But like, what's this guy doing just changing his weapons constantly, getting out of all my attacks? It's crazy. But I am kind of surprised at how quickly toggling came back, to be fair. Although it probably just comes down to like, I essentially like play 21 Poise around doing a lot of toggling. Whereas like if you're on more like standard Poise break, oh this is probably going to be laggy, but is what it is. Yeah, if you play around a more standard Poise break, you don't toggle as much because like the idea is you don't have to toggle. You just like Poise tank stuff. How did they just do 150 damage with a backstab? Or are they just running by to get to the boss? Not too sure. Interesting. What are you doing? Oh, yep. Yeah, it's a dagger that does no damage. Ah, okay. There we go. Arena. Oh, wait, what? How did the PV not do any damage to him then? I feel like being asinine. So they're ignoring just PvE. Interesting. I kind of want to make them toxic. Just for memes, essentially. Oh, I suppose that works. And I don't know why they wouldn't have just killed the PvE instead of like toggling off PvP being able, or PvE being able to hit them. That's just odd. And why is their dagger doing so? I mean, they don't have any stats if they're on an int build, probably. Still, like, what are they doing? So why does my character keep like phasing in and out of existence? I don't understand. And I do have a lot of other stuff open up on my computer right now. Yeah, that's a good point. What's task manager saying is going on? They're probably summoning Solaire right now. Yep. Let's smell. Okay. Okay. Again, I don't understand people who, like, aggressively emote in a random invasion. Like, what did he expect would happen? Also, I'm gonna get some water quickly. Actually, let's yeah, we're kind of back. Yeah, I mean, everything looks fine. Like, my GPU is definitely doing a lot because of encoding, but... I mean, yeah, that's... I'm pretty sure I'm using more GPU encoding than actually playing the game. Unless those are, like, different percents. It might be, but it still might contribute to overall GPU utilization. This is not a good area for me to fight in. Because, like... So I feel like... Oh, did I just do 700 damage? Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm not, like, used to the range on this weapon at all currently. Which, I mean, is understandable if you don't use something for, like, several years. What weapons do I have? I feel like Yato might be fun. Actually, let's try Life Hunt. Because, like, this thing does so much damage if I remember correctly. Oh, wait, what? It's lower AR than a... Oh, it's because it's crystal. I feel like using crystal weapons might be a little bit much. Like, it's just an extra 100 AR for, like, nothing. And typically you wouldn't really make crystal weapons because they're annoying to upkeep. Are people dried finger hosting in Painted World? Interesting. They think they went up? Might be wrong though. They went down. Which is preferable for me because that's more open area to actually use, like, the current setup's mobility better. Are they just going for the boss? There's a host. I don't know why people like doing jumping attacks so much. Oh, that's wrong. Ah, I went for it. Nice. Why was he so low HP? Also, where's the host? it doesn't matter how many phantoms we kill if they just, like, constantly resummon. Someone did something somewhere. I wonder if that's where the other phantom was going to. Go back down. Something? I don't know what I'm hearing. Hmm. Are they... They might be underground. In the sewers and whatnot. Like, how else would I have heard them all the way over there? Although, like, finding them down here is going to be a pain because they don't glow. But I think I heard water, which makes me think they would be down here, right? Oh, I mean, that might just be ragdolls doing their thing, yeah. I think that was the fire surge guy, right? I honestly have no idea. I'm so lost right now. Let's just go back up. Make his way back to the bonfire, maybe? Ah, okay. Wait, does that guy just have 200 HP? What is that, like, Black Knight Greatsword guy? Why does he have so little HP? I mean, I'll take it, I suppose, but, like... Why? How much better if he had more HP? I think that's another trap for, like, this game in particular. Is because, like... I feel like stats in Dark Souls 1 are so much less forgiving than, like, other Souls games are. Like, it's really easy to make an awful character in this game if you level up the wrong stuff first. But I feel like people, because shields are so strong in this game, I feel like people tend to ignore health too much for PvP. But I feel like that's one of the very common, like, I guess, quote-unquote builds to run into. Interesting that they're hosting us a Forest Covenant, because I feel like not risking PvE aggro is always better. Then... Oh, it's not. Oh, you can't. That's right. Damage. They poisoned? Not quite. Whatever. That's gonna take too much time. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, guys. He's getting really close to it. I'm honestly amazed he hasn't went off the ledge yet. There we go. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just interesting. Oh, he's going for the backstab. Interesting. That was an odd fight, I have to say. Just all around, everything about that was odd. Yeah, indicted. Yeah. Doesn't really, I mean, unless you'd be invaded by, Dark Moons, but that really doesn't mean anything, to be fair. Like, anything at all, even. Oh, that's gonna be, I wonder what they're gonna do for Covenants. I just want Elden Ring. I want, like, a new game to, like, do all the number crunching, like, find out fun builds to do early on. I don't know what type of build I'm gonna do, though. Yeah, not dead yet. Oh shit, that came out faster than I would think it would. I should have seen something like that coming. Like, I always need to remember to, like, check your corners, is pretty much. Actually, yeah, let's use Katana for a bit. What's the damage difference between Chaos Blade and... what, Chaos? Or Crystal Uchi's actually more damage. But I think the moveset on the Yato is worth slight damage loss, to be fair. Especially for, like, random invasions where you can actually hit more than one person consistently. I do feel like the offhand scimitar is an odd choice for Katana, though. I guess I could primarily use, like, two-handed. Yeah, I just want, like, a new Souls-esque, a new From game, essentially, to where there's, like, new weapon movesets to mess around with, different weapon combinations, because I've always enjoyed, like, the pseudo-dual wielding approach. But the thing is that playstyle is very dependent on a good offhand weapon, which I also like retaining parry threat. Like, because I feel like if you don't have parry threat, people people play differently when you have parry threat, rather. Because if you just have an offhand weapon that doesn't have the ability to parry, you're giving up a lot of, like, defense. Like, more than I would say would typically be... Is this guy level 100? Or thereabout? But I keep trying to do, like, the Dark Souls 3 sprint attack tech, where if you block into a quick pivot, it lets you do a, like, sprint attack much faster. Understand what this, like, what's going on in this fight. Pancake him. Oh god, that tracking. Wait, I can't use oh, that's right. Okay, finally through the doorway. I think this guy just leveled up his stats without any of his equipment. Like, how else would he be doing? Well, so I think it can have like a 1 unit offhand. We're just gonna switch back to 5 unit weapon. Yeah, like he had to have just made a new character, but like cheat all of his stats up. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Like, why is he around SO 100 with base equipment? That was odd. Also, I need to figure out, so I can't have a 6 unit weapon. So it would top out at, oh, because, okay, that makes sense. Which means I would have to drop this down to 0.5. If I have like a dark hand, I just have a small shield. Yeah, let's just use the Yato for now. Like, I want new build variety in Elden Ring. Because, like, it's so, like, I would say the best time to play a Souls game is on release, even for PvP. Because there's not, like, a well-defined meta yet, so you can kind of just do whatever and have it work relatively well. Like, every invasion, you're gonna run into different builds, even, like, every duel is gonna be different. That sounds fun. Especially if there's even more build variety and that's possible. Flamberge. That's only plus, oh, it's crystal. That's why it's +5. But yeah, I don't know what type of build I'm gonna do first for Elden Ring. Because I've always done like a standard quality build to start out with before. I don't know if I want to keep doing that. Let's try out this for a bit. Oh, they're Gravelorded? You can invade a Gravelorded world? Interesting. Oh, they're not having a fun time. Like, oh, they're dead. Yeah, like typically I've always done like a standard quality build as like a first playthrough. Just because like, I feel like every Souls game has an area where using magic is painful because of enemies having really high magic resistance. Where like, I feel like a first playthrough with like a sorcery build can be very polarizing to where it like trivializes like 90% of the game. But then that last 10%, whether it's just like a general area or a boss, is so much more painful than it should be. What's this guy again? Oh, Dark Orlando. Your distance is garbage. Ooh, that latency. Oh, holy shit. Okay, that was a fight. I'm just gonna check their region. Oh, they don't have their region available. I feel like there was a solid like 500 milliseconds to ping there. And like high latency is just a part of Souls games, especially because they don't really have regions. I'm pretty sure it's still like Japan and not Japan, even in Dark Souls 3. So like there's really no avoiding like the occasional high latency fight. But it's still like, because I don't feel like he was that bad earlier either. I have to be careful with that. Let's do this for a meme. Damages. Also, I think the Sunbro aggro to Silver Knight. Nice. That's too obvious. One for a backstab. Silver Knight's dead. And I missed the toggle timing. Oh, that's pyromancy. As you don't get stuck on the pillar. Need to Green Blossom, let's just get this guy. I'll take that. What's this guy going for? I think he's backstab. Yeah, he's backstab fishing. I don't know why people backstab fish against just everybody they run into. There we go. I don't know why I do this. That was a mistake. All their health is having a bad time. Look at those double ticks. Oh, shit. Wait, you can... Oh, that's weird. I did not realize it worked like that. So bad at this. Okay, let's go back to lock. I think a combustion spam's coming. Oh, or that. Ooh, the headshot. Oh, that was the worst pivot backstab I think I've ever went for. There we go. Bit unnecessary there, but it is what it is. You gotta mess around sometimes or else it gets too stale. And you don't. And like, the variety will be running into like an actual person who's like planning for PvP. But it's still fun to just do dumb stuff every now and then. Other builds, like, that's the issue with the Sen's Fortress build. It's using a Uchigatana. So I killed the Undead Merchant to get it, but the Undead Merchant is where you buy these items from. Actually, I wonder if there might be a way to just spawn it in, technically, but not too sure about that. And also, it's a soul level 35 build, so it would take no time at all to, like, set up a build for it. I have no idea where they might be from, like, this invasion spot. It could be literally anywhere for all I know. Oh, I'm higher up. Does that mean I have to jump down and take fall damage? I think it might. Or is there a staircase here? No, I'm one level too high up for the staircase. But I think we have to go down in this case. That'd been pretty good if I just missed the jump and just fell. If they're up here, I don't feel like they... I don't know. Again, I have no idea where they might be. I'm just gonna, like, make my way to the bonfire, because they're past... Oh. Oh, they're at the shortcut, I think. Oh, they're literally right there. That shield came up fast. That's not a good use of stamina. Why is damage so low? Like, he did like 100 damage with the... Is that the Stora trait sword? Why am I like this? There's no reason to be like this. Wait, oh, it's a short bow has like no durability. Yeah, we did it. I have another short bow. That's 10? Okay, crystal short bow's not worth it at all, it turns out. Like, 10 durability is not enough to do anything with, really. I guess I'm not really using the short bow for damage anyway, to be fair. There we go. Wow, crazy wonder where that came from. Let's just continue. I have a good, like... Actually, let's do, we could do, like, S-Stock Balder Side Sword combo. Let's try that for a bit. Okay, that crystal golem's gone. Also, after this one, I'm going to take a short break to, like, get more water and go to the bathroom and whatnot. I don't know how far into the level they would be, though, to be fair. Yeah, I think they might get to the Seath boss fog before I catch up, because I don't see any of the golems alive. That part of the crystal always bugs me. Oh. Don't mind me. Will they be back in time? Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. Really an odd spot to go AFK, especially. I'm not really feeling the faster weapons. Oh, they're back. You gotta heal up, guy, you're gonna die. For parries? Oh no. I'm playing with fire here, by the way, I realize this. That's not how parries work, my guy. Oh shit, I got backstabbed. Oh. I'm dead. I deserve that. Like, I 100% deserve that. Anyway, I'll be right back. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Back to Dark Souls, and there we go. No idea why my character keeps phasing in and out like that. It's very odd. Ooh, a depths invasion. I haven't had one of these in a while. Y'all, that's still alive. Let's go to the bonfire. I feel like this probably isn't the most ideal area. Oh, that's broken though. If they're not at the bonfire, I'll take a... I don't know where they would be if they're not. Because they couldn't be at the boss fought. Maybe they were going to go fight Kirk, which means they went the other way down this way. But I still feel like the rat would have aggroed still. Guess not. Oh shit. Where were they? These are not good trades for you, my guy. I need to be careful, my stamina management's real bad right now. I could have got backstabbed there. They turned their back to me too close. Ooh, that tracking is awful. Yeah, getting used to tracking. I feel like Dark Souls 3 tracking is so good in comparison to the other games. Like Dark Souls 2, you had to pretty much manually aim everything. And Dark Souls 3 is like, it just it goes to where you're locked on, like every time. So I feel like low poise glaives aren't that great. Which, I mean, makes sense. The dragon do damage to invaders? I am not sure. We'll find out, though. Where's this guy? Oh, is he below? Nah, I think he's under, yeah. That range is so bad. Be careful, because he is throwing out random parries. Gotta add in the toxic for some, like, panic or pressure. There we go. Why did he, like, he did a random pause there? Nice. Gonna go up there, gonna die to the dragon. Nope. This is just all around an odd. Well, that's not. Actually, that might be good. Rip. I don't know. I'm not really feeling Dex build right now either, to be fair. Might go back to the Moonlight Greatsword walk build. This is like, that has more useful R2s and whatnot. I don't feel like playing the monstrosity because it does too much damage. Also, just not really feeling high soul level PvP right now, to be fair. Your durability. Probably should check durability before invading, but whatever. Oh, it's a party. Are they? Ooh, this might be a really good build for ladder fun. Dragon probably has very low health. You're going. That's from walk a piece. It means I have to be really careful around that guy as well, because if I get caught in it and they don't. Oh, that is me dead as fuck. Wait, how did that red do so poorly at keeping aggro? Or maybe what? No, there's no way he casts like guidance or whatever that others miracle is that looks like TWAP. I guess it could have just for like mind games, but I feel like that would not be good in a duo invasion. I feel like in a duo invasion it's better to like play with instead of potentially like confusing partner. Wait, what ring do I have on? Hornet, okay. That guy's not aggroed, so they're up at the bonfire. Oh, never mind, they're nowhere. I think I'll go for like another hour. Maybe less than that, we'll see. see them over there, but oh, hi, this area is interesting. There's like some routes you can walk right over, others just no. Oh, they're up at the bonfire. That's good to know. Ooh, this is dangerous for gravity. I just realized. Oop. Ow. Yeah, I thought they were gonna roll more over to the side. I don't understand why people like their R2 so much. Like, has he? I don't think he's done a single light attack. Yeah, we did it. Very difficult game. Let's go again. Rip. I do feel like, well, invasion times, like the amount of time it takes to invade might just be based on the time of day. 'Cause I feel like you'd be pretty much constant at like soul level 50 or so. Although like this isn't bad at all for like meta PvP level at like such a high relative soul, or like meta PvP at a game that came out in like 2011, I think technically. But if you count like Western release, like 2012, give or take. Honestly, not bad at all. Could it be faster at a lower soul level? Sure, but I feel like I just run into more of the issues to where like people just don't know how to fight back at that soul level even more, which I don't necessarily want. Because also at such a low soul level, if you mess up the, like if you level the wrong stats first, like the build's just done. Oh, an R2. Nice. Okay, I underestimated that guy because of the full fashion. Is what it is, though. We go again. Back in before I had to jump down, so I think I have to jump down again here. They're probably, There's someone somewhere over this way. Or literally right there, it turns out. How would you tank that? Oh, that's why. I go on all your cheats. Well, I wonder if I can get him to that ledge before he gets back. He's totally killable here. If I get him to gravity anyway. But I could potentially chain stab him relatively easy. What's that gonna do for you, guy? Come over here. Oh, you might have messed up. I have blooming moss clumps. You're not gonna... Well, that was a nice roll backstab, I have to say. I'm so close. And yet so far. Why is he gotta be by such small amounts of gravity? Come on. He wants to back up now. What gonna do, guy? Why is he panicking against PvE? He has infinite health. Hey, come on now. Ah, there's not gravity right there. If there was, I would go for a more aggressive play. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh boy. I haven't done this in a while. Oh shit. Oh boy. Am I really doing this? Yes, yes I am. Don't mind me just being a bit annoying. What's my durability at as well? Oh, that's auto repair powder. The best part about this is he has no way to stop it. Like, he would have to trek all the way back over here if he wanted to do anything about it. Because he can't get to C. I guess he could DC, but... This is so out of the way and so annoying to do. Unless, like, it's a world state thing you can just change, but... I mean, it probably is, to be fair. Do. Oh god. It's so bad. Ah, shit. Now we gotta go back to him to make sure he knows he did it. I mean, he already knows, to be fair, but just to, like, further enforce it, really. Wait, well, I can't remember if a non-like kill box fall would kill him, because he could have probably just survived that fall. But I think if you're immune to damage, the only way to actually die is the kill box. Like just falling for a long amount of time, which does an auto kill. But I don't think that fall would have been enough for it. Like I'm pretty sure in that case you have to actually hit the ground. Unless there are like kill boxes in the actual air, but they're probably. I think he's above me, right? Yeah. Wait, did he? Oh, he missed the he missed the stairs. Okay, I'll take it, I suppose. Not complaining. I mean, they have to deal with unless they didn't rest at the next bonfire yet, which could be true. But in either case, they have to go back down anyway. I'm not grabbing that item because it's probably super cheatery. Thought you didn't have to be invadable to host a fight club anymore. Like grabbing, like you don't have to have the world boss alive for summoning. Not sure if I actually want to fight this, to be fair. At least both of them have less than 56 poise, so like the greatsword's actually usable. I was half expecting them to just go for a hornet backstab on me. There it is. Oh, whatever. Like, what's the point? Like, if you're just gonna not do anything? I would have thought, but couldn't really. That was odd. Yeah, Like, everything about that was odd. Like, it looked like the host was gonna fight, but then just, yeah. Interesting. It is what it is, though. Let I go again. I need to remember I need to wait for using the green blossom in this game because you can't just stack it. Was it this guy again? Yeah. Okay. I should wait for the other invader. Yeah, at least I dodged it with that attack. Now that, I might be alive. Easy game. Why is he being so aggressive with such a slow weapon? Why is he so bad at dodging? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Okay, how long have I been live for? Just about 3 hours. Yeah, I'll do a few more, just to keep it going. I do like this build for random invasions. Is a good... Like, AoEs are always good for fighting multiple people. Halberd, where it's just like one linear attack, not so much. Ah, why is it always this place? I mean, it's not always, but like, you know what I mean. I mean, at least on this build, I don't like lose any like Poise switching to Sunlight Maggot, but still, it's not ideal. Oh, it's a bit laggy. Whee! Why? Why would you do that, guy? Oh, I can't switch stuff. Wait, what? Such an interesting way to go about it. Yeah, I think I'll probably just stop at 3 hours. Don't want to go for too long. It'll probably do this somewhat. Last time I said somewhat frequently, I took a 3-month break, so yeah. I'll stream when I can, pretty much. And probably mostly Souls PvP. Might do like more duo hosting, which could be generally more interesting. Well, a change of pace compared to random invasions anyway. Always check behind you. Oh, there they are. Way over there. Why no Poise? I don't know what that guy's thought process was. Let's do one more. Mm-hmm. Boy, a force one to finish it off. Nice. But yeah, like, I think the main difference with invading versus hosting with the current state of the game is that hosting is probably faster, like more active. Okay, he's trying to get around me for a backstab. Oh, he does backstab escapes. Interesting. Ah, messed that up. How much poise does he have? Oh, he has Havel Gauntlets on. I went for a toggle on that, but yeah, can't. Not quite enough to deal with that. But I feel like that's like the most difficult type of gank to go up against, where it's two fairly passive people. Because generally, like, all Souls PvP is very defensive to where it's easier to get high damage, like, reactively versus aggressively. But yeah, like, not very many openings there. I did miss a backstab, which would have been, like, sealed the deal for the most part. Anyway, that will be all for today. No idea when I'll be back, but follow Twitter, just notifications here. Who really knows? Yep, see ya.